All right, we're excited to be here in Baltimore at the Whitman Expo, and I am with Julie Abrams. Did I say everything correctly?
You said it perfectly.
And you are working with Stax Bowers.
I am.
How long have you been with Stax Bowers?
Be 2 years now.
Okay.
I've worked for them in the past, and I came back on board 2 years ago.
Okay.
So.
So what is your numismatic journey look like? Where did you get into this industry? How did you get into the industry?
I fell into this industry right out of college. My professor introduced me to a gentleman named Bernard Rome, who ended up becoming a pioneer in the industry. And together we created the first computerized auction company before the internet. So if you can imagine using touch-tone technology to bid on coins, using dial-up modems.
What was that called?
Teletrade.
Okay, I knew Teletrade.
You did.
I was active on Teletrade.
You were?
Yes, I was.
So you knew to bid, take
bid,
action, or hang up.
I would go in.
We were no nonsense. You had to act quickly.
You'd go in and you'd use the dial-up and.
Yeah,
yes.
Your touch-tone phone, and it would tell you the current bid. And then you'd have to do something or hang up the phone because we only had so many lines. So it was a super fun project.
I'm just so curious about how that came about and what made you think we can use phone numbers to do this.
So he was a guy who was a little ahead of his time, and he was trying to set up a bid-ask system using this advanced
technology. Yes.
Yeah. And it was a little slow because grading had just started. ANAX was the main grading service at the time. PCGS hadn't even been developed yet. So it was a little pokey, and then we had the idea of maybe if we get a bunch of coins, have them go off within a 6-hour time span. So it went from, I believe the time was from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time.
And a lot ended every 60 seconds?
No, it all went off at once.
Oh, see, I was thinking in my memory, the auction lots ended
consecutively. Nope.
You
could bid on any lot till the very last minute.
Okay.
And there were only, at the time, 32 lines. So it was a log jam and it was a crapshoot if you were going to get in or not. My apologies. Let me turn that off.
It's all right. You're just a popular person.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, everyone's got to talk to you at the same time, like right now.
Right now.
Exactly. Well, very cool. So then from there,
yes,
you go. Now, were you really interested in coins,
or
were you just interested in the technology?
The way I met this gentleman is I had been a collector of stamps as a child.
Okay.
So I understood a little bit about the collector mentality, but I wasn't a collector of coins. Once I got into the business, I did get interested in coins. I had a Tone Morgan dollar collection, which I traded in for a kitchen 10, 20 years later.
There you go.
But so
that's it.
I do like coins, but I love the industry.
Yeah.
I love it.
What do you find endearing about this industry?
I think mostly the people. I mean, it's not your average corporate America kind of gig. They're generally intelligent, a little eccentric.
Okay.
And for the most part, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And smart. I just think they're a bright group of people for the most part.
Yeah, I would tend to concur on all those points,
yes,
including the eccentric one. For sure. So then you go from helping to create Teletrade, and then after that, what was your next?
Then I did a startup that didn't really take off, and then I went back to I went to Stax actually for the first time in about 2003.
Was it just called Stax then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry,
I know all the different
Harvey,
iterations of coin names and companies.
123 West 57th Street.
Yeah.
And it was a great group of people. Had a lot of fun.
Well, that spirit's definitely been there. I mean, I've been to Stax's location in California, and every time I've met people there, everyone's just like having a good time.
It's a great team.
Geeking out on coins.
It's a great team.
Larry says hi, by the way. I'm just like...
It's a great team.
Yeah. So it's fun. And so now, are you based out of New York now? Is that?
I am.
Okay.
I'm in the Hudson Valley,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm based out of New York, and I do a lot of I do all the big shows and travel.
So what's your general role at Stacks
My
now?
title is consignment director and dealer liaison.
Okay.
So I've been in the industry for a while, so I have fairly good relationships.
You're a
with the
connector.
dealer. Yeah.
You connect people, and so so mostly then you're working with dealers, generally speaking, or do you work with
Dealers
the general
and
public?
collectors,
Both?
because
Yeah.
I've been in the business long enough that I've
You know
created
a lot of
some
people.
nice relationships over the years.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely the dealers, but also collectors.
Yeah. What type of stuff have you really enjoyed, coin-wise, in the industry? There's certain things that you're more attracted to than others, as far as like U.S. or world or
I mean, as far as
ancients?
U.S., I love early U.S. gold.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's spectacular. It's super sexy. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. But I also love ancients. I love,
Yeah.
old Greek coins and Roman gold. It's beautiful.
Do you get to collect anything for yourself at all still?
I
or
have.
a few
I
things?
have.
Did you trade in your kitchen counters for some coins?
I traded in my coins for an entire kitchen.
I know. I was trying to see if you can trade your kitchen back into coins. I was just wondering
I'm
if you
happy
can.
with my kitchen.
You can't do it the other way. Okay.
I like my kitchen.
Well, the hard part is, I mean, there'll be more coins as
There'll
a
be more
statement.
coins.
that you
I've
can
collected some more coins. So at some point, if I need to upgrade the kitchen,
Okay, just
We'll go again.
don't upgrade the kitchen again. Keep the coins this
okay.
time.
All right. The kitchen is still in good standing, so
Yeah.
we're fine for a while.
Have there been any collections or things that you've really felt proud of that you like spearheaded or helped to bring to
There have
market?
been so many over the years. I mean, there's a very cool collection going off in August called the Tag collection. Just beautiful coins. The guy has an amazing eye.
Yeah.
And it's just exciting to look at. All the coins are just pinnacle of, they're great. And
Is that a U.S.?
it's a U.S.
Yeah.
coin, a lot of cool barbers, great gold coins. I'd say 90% of the collection is cacked.
Yeah.
So anyway, look out for the Tag collection.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It sounds. Now, do they
that's
have?
just off the top of my head.
Do they have custom labels for him then on that auction,
No,
that collection, or no? He
didn't
care?
feel it was
Perfect.
necessary.
Good.
The coins speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fun. I kind of like that sometimes. I mean, we get caught up sometimes in
Right.
legacy or lineage.
Yeah,
and it's
no,
like,
the coins will do the work. I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I was just out there in California and I got to look at the Brune collection.
Oh my
and
gosh.
some of it's here too, right?
Yes. Yeah. A bunch of the highlights are here.
Yeah. One of the nice things about coming to coin shows that people might not know is that generally speaking, auction houses will have stuff on display and you get to see some pretty amazing
I mean,
stuff.
we just had a bunch of, I would say, 20 to 25-year-olds, there were about maybe a half dozen of them, hovered around the Brune collection, just going bonkers, really so excited.
Yes.
So excited by the collection.
Have you seen a youth movement?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's been exciting. And, online, I mean, Instagram, everything has helped. I mean, the pandemic, obviously people said, go find a hobby. And a lot of people found coins. And so it's been an enormous boon to our industry and just bringing up, the whole industry by seeing all these new faces and all the new excitement by these kids coming in. It's been great.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I think I've generally observed the same thing. And that's one of the things that we're really happy about at our YouTube channel is just you have a chance just to communicate with, multiple generations really, but also that you get to connect with people who are learning and they still are learning, right?
They still are learning.
And are willing to learn. And it's so good to be able to just share with them stories about coin collecting, information about what the real information is, because...
Exactly, and there's so many beautiful people on this floor who are willing, if you're a sponge, willing to soak it up, they're willing to just be very generous with their time and teach.
Is that a misconception that people have who are like afraid to come up to a dealer and talk to them and stuff?
I think if you come up, and you show real interest, there are many, 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 many people on this floor who would be so happy to give their wealth of knowledge.
Do you think that's changed? Do you think back in the day, like the depiction of the crusty old coin dealer who was like,
Yeah,
"Shit, kid,
that's
don't bother
sort
me"?
of. I mean, there are still a handful.
No,
trust
there'll
me.
always be some. it takes all kinds, right?
Yes.
But like, you,
No, it's been
from
refreshing.
from
I
my
agree with you.
perspective, like, because I've been doing this 25 years in the industry, but then before then as a kid, like it definitely feels to me like you can walk by tables and people are more likely to be engaging,
Very
to talk
open.
to you, and
Very willing to talk.
which I
Very
felt,
willing to share their knowledge base too.
yeah, right. And so that knowledge base transfer, that is the type of thing that you can't get from a book.
No.
You learn so much more.
It's a tactile business, you really got to be in it and see it.
Do you get to deal at all with some interns and stuff at Stacks?
Some, when I'm at a show, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how much you get to impart your knowledge
Just
in
when I'm
your-
traveling or at shows, which has been fun because
Yeah.
they're just sponges as well.
How many shows do you get to go to?
Oh, I probably go to 14, 16 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it mostly East Coast /
Yeah.
larger shows?
So,
or is
larger
it
shows.
mostly larger
all over the
shows?
country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So it's been great.
Good. Now, is there any wisdom that you'd like to impart before we depart? Anything that you want to tell the
I
young
think
collectors, old
young
collectors?
collectors is don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, it's a basic thing, but don't be timid. Don't be afraid. Go in and ask the questions.
Yeah.
Because the people are out there to share their knowledge.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you're anything but timid, and I can appreciate that. And it was just a pleasure meeting you.
Really nice meeting you.
Thanks so much for
Cheers.
the time.
Yeah,
Take
great
care.
talking to you.